Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the P Street Podcast. Mr. Loa here.
Hey, it's your boy Pistol Pete.
And today is
The
P Street Fright Nights. Welcome back to another show.
Yes.
What's going on, guys?
Man, I want to start off by saying I missed you guys.
Piece of Pete's back.
Yeah. It was sad. Good show. Had some laughs. I liked it.
Yeah. Pretty good, man. Thanks for the support, guys. We're over 200 views.
Yeah, let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
Hell yeah, man.
Well, quick reminder, right?
Yeah.
So today we were going to give out the card.
That's right.
Only thing is we have a bigger following on YouTube than we do on the Facebook page, right? So, man, if you guys, watching here, you get on the Peach Street Podcast official Facebook page, we can put your name into the drawing. Right? We're going to give you an opportunity, and we're going to do this drawing on Wednesday instead, just because we don't match, and we want to give everybody a fair opportunity.
That's right. Disregard the video I uploaded on Instagram saying that it was today. We thought about doing it today, but Peter's right. Pistol Pete's right.
Let's go.
Yeah, we got to give everybody else a chance to get on there. And
you got till Wednesday.
Wednesday, right?
You got till
That's
Wednesday.
right, Wednesday, guys. So for sure, Wednesday, we'll go live on that P Street official.
Yep.
And good luck.
Good luck. Let's go. Sign up for it.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. Smoke Rojas couldn't be here.
Yeah.
He had to leave home early this time. He'll probably be back with us Monday.
Yeah, Monday he'll be back.
Yeah, and I think Monday we have a good show, right?
Yeah, we
got something good
yes,
planned
sir.
out, man.
Coach Williams.
That's right.
Got the tribute.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Flores, Coach Flores, is going to kind of join us, and he'll give us more of a background on him. He runs a pretty good organization, right? 33 lead.
33 lead.
That's right.
Yeah. That was a good play, too.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that play?
Yeah, I
was a
remember
good
that play.
Yeah.
We used to run it all the time,
All the
nonstop.
Let's go. Jam it down their throat. Let's go.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, guys. So, bear with us. Monday.
Yep.
It's going to be a good one. And also remember, if you guys have any stories to share about Mr. Williams, Coach Williams, Bubba Williams, more than welcome to leave them there on the chat, man. And we'll read them out, share it with everybody on that video.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start this show with a story that I had happen to me. And I know I keep saying my grandma's house, but that's where it happened. And I'm telling you, there's something going on in that house. So this happened to me and my boy Rick. Shout out. Happened, I think it was after we graduated. After we graduated, I was living in my grandma's house. I remember I had called him to come over, and I had invited him to come play Madden, man. At the time, I was still playing Madden on PlayStation.
I ain't no good at that.
And so I used to play Madden, and we would have a good game, me and him, man. So, but we're always, like, hey, don't look at my place, man, when I'm picking them. So sit over there.
Yeah.
So I was sitting on the left side of my bed, and he was on my right side. Right. So he was closer to my door. And I was like, when I pick my place, I'd turn over, like, hey, you don't look at my place, bro, because it was always like a pretty good game. He'd win by one or me.
Yeah.
So we're back and forth, man. So I remember that day, bro. It wasn't, maybe it was like 7:38 at night. It wasn't that late, man.
It was dark?
Yeah, it was kind of dark a little
All
bit,
right.
not that much.
Yeah.
But
Depends on daylight saving.
yeah. And I remember we were there in my room, man. We were just playing nonstop. And I remember him saying, like, hey, man, your sister's here. And I'm like, how do you know? He's like, you can hear, you don't hear? So I kind of I paused the game, and I was listening, and I could hear her talking to my grandmother, right? So out of nowhere, man, I hear her say, no, Grandma. And she starts running, laughing. As that's happened, man, the wood floor, it's a wood floor in my grandma's house. So when somebody's running, you get the stomps.
You hear it? Yeah.
And so I turned because Rick turned, bro, looking towards my door. So when he did that, I turned as well, right? And I see him, like, straight up, like, just looking. So I'm looking, and I see my sister run straight, laughing, straight to my grandmother's room. And then right behind her, bro, it looked like 3 steps behind her, man. I see this girl, dude. Like, she was kind of like, she was cute, bro. I was like, who's that girl? You know what I'm saying? Like, it caught my eye.
Yeah.
She had blonde hair, dude. She was white complected. And she had, but the thing is, man, she had a dress that looked like if she was from a quinceañera. You know when people go to quinceañeras, man, they get those dresses that kind of like bubble out,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And they're like the quinceañeras dresses like that, but theirs as well.
Yep.
And it was tripped out because when she was running behind my sister, she had grabbed from both sides, picked
It up. Man,
and she was running behind her like 3 steps, bro. I thought that was who was chasing my sister.
Yeah.
At this moment, bro, I never once looked at Rick. Rick was facing the door the whole time, so I'm like, who was that? So he turned around and looked at me with his eyes like wide, bro. But I didn't realize that it was what it was. Then I go, who was that, Rick? He was like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But he didn't say. He's kind of like, but he didn't see a word. He was kind of like a style,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I got up and I wanted to know. You know what I mean? So as I'm walking towards my door, man, I'm I look to the left of the hallway and I was gonna look right because my door. You walk out, and my grandma's room's right there. You know, so when I look right before I can take another step, my sister like, hey, what's up, punk? And she punched me in the stomach, and I was like, hey, cabrona, what are you doing? Right? And she's like, hey, what's up? What are you guys doing? Like totally disregarding the fact that there was somebody behind her.
Through here,
yeah, and I was like, we're just playing mad. Hey, Rick, what's up? And he's like,
Where's
he
the
didn't say a word. He was
quinceañera?
kind of like, what's up? Right? And I was like, so I'm looking, I'm like, hey, like waiting for a friend to walk up, right? Hey, well, I'll go, hey, what's your friend? And I look, my grandma's room was off. I was like, the fuck? So I was like, hey, sis, where's your friend? What friend? I go, the girl that was chasing you. She's like, no, that was grandma. I go, no, I don't know. That wasn't grandma.
No, it wasn't.
Like, that was not grandma, dude. Like, who was that? She goes, no, it was grandma. She was trying to pescarme. And I was like, no, grandma. You know, because the grandma would be like, jugando with her, you know, playing with her. Like, you never come, cabrona. And, you know?
Yeah.
And my sister was like, nah, bro, for real. It was grandma. I'm like, dude. I go, Rick. And then, by that time, I looked at him, bro. And I really paid attention to him, man. He was pale, bro.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, he's like, Aloha. And I'm like, wait a minute. Right there, he sunk in.
Yeah.
I go, wait a minute, bro. No. Wait a minute, Rick. Was it what I thought it was? And he's like, I'm like, no way, bro. Dude, you kidding me? He's like, bro, you can see right through her. I'm like,
he could see through her.
Bro. And I was like,
yeah.
no way, Rick. Bro. And I was like, dude. And he's like, bro. And I'm like, no way. I'm like, oh my God. I go, so I walked out of my room, right? And I tried I took a step out of my room. I walked to my right, you know, to try to go to my grandma's room. I got as close, but like, I didn't have the nuts to walk into my grandma's room, dude. I stood at the doorway and I was like, ooh. So I turned around and I walked to the kitchen. My grandma's washing the dishes.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, Grandma. And she's like, ¿Qué pasó, mijo? I'm like, were you chasing, my sister a minute ago? No, mijo, why? I'm like, man. She goes, same old thing. What you see? I'm like, I don't even want to say, and I walked off,
I'm
dude.
too scared to say.
Yeah, so I went and sat down. I told Ricky, man, for real, bro. Yeah, you saw her, right? He's like, yeah, so I'm not crazy, right? He's like, no, bro, I saw her.
I saw.
And I was like, dude, after that, man, when he
Rick's
left,
face already.
I could not sleep, bro. I was just like, God, forgive me for my sins. Like, I don't want to see her, you know?
Yeah.
But, man, if I would have known, bro, like, like it looked just like a normal person, bro. I didn't see through. I saw her normal, like regular human being.
Rick saw.
He was
through
closer.
Her. Yeah.
So he got to see it like.
And you weren't even paying attention. You're trying to make your play.
I just kind of like glanced over when she was running behind her, and I was like, "Damn, who's that?" Because me, dude. When I was young, I was kind of like, "Damn, she's pretty." Who the hell was that?
Yeah, right.
And I wanted to know her name, but it turns out it was a damn ghost, bro.
Tell your friend I said, "What's up?"
See you on the other side.
Man, think just listening to your story, man, it brought something to mind. So I used to hang out at Rick's house and spend the night out there.
Oh, Rick's house?
Yeah, but it wasn't his house. So the way the house was set up, man, it was like a guest house attached to his aunt and uncle's house.
Oh, okay.
Right, and dude, the stories he used to tell me, right, like, the things that he would see in there, and they had this old record player, like a old school vinyl record player, not these new ones that play vinyl, but
with the cone.
Yeah, old school one, dude. And he's like, yeah, we got all these you can listen to. He said, but sometimes, and I can't remember who it was that he said would be there, put music on and shit. Sometimes, like, just they're playing music again, like all nonchalant, right? Like he's used to this, the hell no, I wouldn't be able. If I would have heard
Nah,
it,
man.
I would stay there. But if I would have heard that shit happen,
Put it at number 2.
I can't stay. I can't stay here no more, Rick.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
put the other song. That one ain't that good.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man. I had never seen Rick's face, bro. Like, you know, as it is, he's white complected.
Yeah.
Okay,
He was pale.
He had no blood. Yeah, I was
like,
like, wait a minute. And it's when he was like he was trying to say something, but he couldn't get the words. And I'm like, dude. And he was like, sure.
yeah.
I was like, damn, what
Yes.
the? My sister was like, what do you see? Who was behind me? I go, oh, dude, it could have been your guardian angel.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know what it could have been, but it was like right behind you. It was smiling, like she was having fun chasing you.
Mm-hmm.
I go,
It
dude.
could have been a good thing.
I mean, yeah, you never
Yeah,
know.
could have been.
You never know.
Yeah. Shoot.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of scary.
Dude, I couldn't believe I couldn't remember that. If I would have known, guys, I would have shared that a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I barely remember today because Smoking Long House brought something up and he reminded me. Like I was like, whoa, why did I forget that story, man? There's been a lot of things that I've seen. I'm telling you.
Man, you know, I'm kind of say Smokey a little. He lives, you know, so close to San Antonio.
Oh, yeah?
All those stories we read on our first Fright night, man, he could have visited some of those areas already.
I don't think he'd want to do that.
He's just scared, huh?
I probably
bet.
bet he would. He would be too scared. I know I would.
You know what? I'm gonna be making a trip up there pretty soon.
Oh, yeah?
I'm gonna try to visit some of those sites. At least
man.
one of them.
Hey, if he does, take the cameraman and record it.
Yeah.
So we have a little video of him doing a little
Getting scared.
ghost tour.
If I don't come back, y'all know why.
Now he'll be back.
Yeah. Man, you know what? There's this story that I didn't remember until recently. You know, it happened to a buddy of mine. I'm going to call him Slim, right? I'm watching you, Slim. He's telling us a story one time where he's home alone, right? And the way his house is set up, or was set up, he don't live there no more, but it was almost like a circle. When you went into the front door, you go to the living room, kitchen, laundry room, there was a restroom, a bedroom. From that bedroom, you can go into the master bedroom. From the master bedroom, you go right back into the living room. Just a circle, right?
Oh, okay.
The whole house was kind of connected with doorways, right? Well, he said he's laying down in the master bedroom, you know, just watching TV, and he heard footsteps run from the living room to the kitchen, right? Like, and he's like, oh, shit, the girls are home, right? So he gets up, and he, you know, girls, you know, and he don't hear nothing. He's like, what the hell? So he walks into the kitchen. You know, he's like, what the hell? Nothing. Makes the curve, laundry room area, looks in the bathroom. What the fuck, right? Sorry. What the hell? Goes into the room, the little room, and he's like, girls. Nothing. And he goes back into the master bedroom. What the hell? So he goes back the opposite way again, back to the little room, back to that laundry room, into the kitchen. All right, and he said, when I walked into the kitchen door, he said, one of the chairs from the table just flew at me.
What?
He said that shit flew at me, and as soon I jumped and I ran outside, and I just stayed outside looking at that door, waiting for something to come outside.
Oh,
He said I waited outside just looking at the door for hours,
dude.
you know, until my wife got home, and she's like, "What are you doing outside?" Right? He's like, "No, nothing." You know, he didn't want to say nothing. He's like,
Scary.
Maybe I was imagining it, you know. And so they get there and he helps unload stuff, and they go inside, and she's like, "Why do you have the chair over here?" And he's like, "Fuck, man, the chair moved," you know. And
Dude.
they put it back, and he said, "You know, I didn't sleep that night. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel comfortable." He's like, "I was just scared. I don't know if I could stay there anymore."
Man, I couldn't.
Hey, babe, we're leaving. We ain't living here no more.
Yeah,
That
let's
chair
go.
flew at me. Yep. Let's go.
Poltergeist stuff right there, man.
For
Man.
real. Yep.
That's crazy. So, man, like, I had one that happened to me. It was at one of the houses we lived, me and my wife at the time.
All right.
And it's a quick one, guys. So I won't. It just what happened was we were going to Odessa, right? We were gonna go to Odessa. So you know, everybody got in the Yukon that we had. It was green Yukon we had at the time. And I remember, like, as I was driving off, like backing out, I remembered my wallet. You know, so I'll go back in the house, open the sliding door, go in there, and I go to my room. As I'm going, getting my wallet, bro, I'm looking, counting my money, right? To make sure I have all the money we're going to go spend. And I'm looking, I have my head down, counting the money, bro. and I'm just walking, like that. Then I hear like a sob, like a like a respiro, like that, like a sob, but it was like painful, like like that.
Yeah.
But it sounded way worse than that.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about that is that it sounded like my wife, bro. Like her voice. And I was like, I didn't even look up. I'm like, the whole thought was, babe. Like I said it right, like, babe, why you crying? Right? And then I didn't hear an answer back. I heard it again. Then I look up, babe, what's wrong? Nobody was at the house, bro. I thought she had walked in behind me.
Yeah.
Like, so did it happen? I'm like, what's wrong? And I looked up, nobody was there. I'm like, what the hell? Then I hear, burp, burp, let's go. She was in the car.
Hurry up.
Dude, I just like hurried my ass out, closed the door behind me, got in the Yukon. I drove up. I was already like towards Monahans when I told her.
Yeah.
She was like, what? I'm like, dude, you know what I heard? And I didn't want to say it too loud because we had the kids,
Yep.
And I didn't want to scare them. When we came back, I'm scared. I want to sleep with you guys.
Yeah,
You know how that goes.
yeah.
But man, that was freaky, bro. That was freaky. That was no longer there, but yeah.
The people listening, like, think about the scary stuff that's happened to you, like that feeling, that cold feeling, that dread, like, ooh,
Literally drains the blood out of you, man.
for real, man. You know what? So here, it's a story they told me about this kid that was it was almost like juvenile.
Okay.
Right? It was kind of like a juvenile setting, right? Well, they didn't really share rooms, but everybody was real close to each other and everything, and everybody had access to everybody. It's not like prison, right? But there was this kid that got this book in the mail, and it was like a black book, and it was supposed to be like a, I don't want to say a devil worshiping book, but it was like a devil book,
Like a witch book or something?
yeah, I want to say they called it a devil Bible or something like that, right? Just
Damn.
stuff you shouldn't be messing with,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Well, the kid started reading the book, and just that was his thing. He'd read it and day, night, whatever. And after a little while, they told me that he started acting like just different, like looking pale, looking sick, right? Like if you saw a ghost, right? Like Rick, the way Rick looked.
Yeah.
This kid just started looking like that all the time, and they said that one night, man, it was about the witching hour, 3:00 in the morning or so, that the guy or the kid just woke up, just screaming bloody murder, man, just uncontrollable, just the craziest kind of scream you could think of a dude screaming,
Yeah.
They had to get the guards in there. They had to restrain him. He was just going off, man, just freaking out.
Wow.
They took him, and that was it. Nobody ever saw the kid again. Like, they don't know what happened to him. Did he lose his mind? Did he get possessed? Like, they have no idea, right? And
That's crazy.
The guy that's telling me the story, he's like, man, when I went into the room, like, the only thing I saw was the book still sitting on the bed. He's like, hell no. So I didn't even want to touch it. Yeah,
there you go. Look at that. That was, I wouldn't even want to touch it, bro.
And I want to say, man, they said, like, hey, they told us, hey, we need all this stuff, put over here, right? So they come get it. And he's like, fuck, nobody wanted to touch it. They just folded up all the blankets and everything together.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Touch the book and threw that.
Threw it in the dumpster.
Yeah, they should have burned it all.
Something.
But,
man, well, I got a couple of stories that I was told by my grandfather a long time ago when I was like a little chavalito, man. But they stay, stories like that when
like 2 years ago?
like last week. But no, like when I was little, man. But those stories stayed with me, man. I don't know why, but they stayed with me. But when I was always been into that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
So when you were your grandpa and when they're around family members, you start asking them questions. Like, hey, grandpa, you ever see anything?
Yeah.
You're thinking back in the day,
Yeah.
they lived in the monte. Mijo, yo cuidaba las chivas en el monte when I was little, and so it was like other times,
Yeah.
So
Different times.
you ever see anything out there? Like, oh yeah, never, they tell you stories, but this actually happened to his dad. So I'm gonna tell you one, then I'll tell you the other one. The first one was supposedly his dad. Back in the day, a lot of people go to cantinas like now.
Yeah.
But back then the cantinas, in Mexico, you got to think
different.
people carry guns, and back in the day, that's how it was.
Yeah.
So his dad, he wasn't really much of a drinker, but he had gone with some friends after work. They had gone, and
Excuse me.
I don't know if that was my phone or Sorry. Either way, so back to the story. So what happened was he went to the cantina with his friends. His buddies got drunk, and they started asking, "Hey man, drink you one, no pasa nada." And he was like, "Oh man, I don't really drink a lot, you know. Once in a blue moon, well, today let's celebrate, man. You know, we had a good week. We made some good money.
Yeah.
Tómase una. You
deserve
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he was kind of like, okay, está bueno. So he says that all he drank was like 2 beers, man. And it started getting late, so he's like, you know, okay, me tengo que recoger, me tengo que ir a dormir.
Yeah.
So over there where he's from, around those days, now there's a bridge to cross the river. Because there was a river they ran by, and you had to like cross over to go into the town and cross back to go to where he lived.
All right.
So all they had back then was 2 plywood boards.
Okay.
That was it.
Yeah.
So he says he always carried a gun because back then you walk in the night, you have to carry something.
Yeah.
Not like nowadays, you know. Back then you had to walk everywhere.
Yep.
If you didn't have a horse or donkey, you would walk.
Walking.
Yeah. So he had to walk. So he's walking, man, and he says he didn't see nothing. Like he was walking like normal, whatever. And that out of nowhere, as he's walking towards the river, a big black dog came out of nowhere. And he kind of freaked out because he was just like standing there looking at him. But he said he's a very religious man.
Yeah.
You know, so he felt something was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He says that he knew something was wrong. He could feel it. So he stood there and kind of was like, trying to like scare the dog, get out of the way.
Yeah.
And the dog just stood its ground, bro.
You ain't crossing.
Yeah, he didn't cross. He was like, what the hell's going on? So then after a while, the dog started growling at him. Like really growling at him. And he thought rabies or something,
Yeah,
right?
he's getting aggressive.
So he got the gun. I was like, man, I'm not going to let this dog bite me. So he started getting closer and started barking at him. So at one point, he said that the dog had literally lunged at him. So he just boom, 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 right?
Yep.
And
Two
the
in
dog,
chest, one in the head.
but the dog didn't drop. He just stood there, man. And that's when he was kind of like, what the hell's going on?
Mm-hmm.
So out of nowhere, like, he remembered, like, I just better start praying. So he started praying, bro. He said the moment he started praying, he closed his eyes. When he opened them, the dog was gone.
Yeah.
And he was like, what the? So check this out. So he's saying that he crossed the river back, to the other side. When he was walking home, that he saw another dog. He thought it was the same one, so he got scared and just shot him.
Ooh.
But that dog dropped.
Yeah.
One shot. So he went to go check him, and it was a regular dog. It wasn't that black dog.
Yeah.
He couldn't understand. Cause he's like, the dog was not that far from me.
Yeah, I didn't miss.
Yeah, I didn't miss.
Yeah.
And I shot 3 bullets at him. And the dog didn't like cry or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I just shot that dog one more time, and I dropped him. How the hell did that other dog?
Yep.
So he's like, no, that wasn't good. That was not something good.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I could have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And another one that happened to him as well. It was the same thing, but it wasn't a dog. It was a lady. He was coming home one day, and it was maybe like 2 a.m. You know, he was walking by one of his neighbors. You know, out in los pueblitos, would like they'll dig holes, throw their trash and burn it. Totally, some people still do it nowadays, you know.
Yep.
But back then, you know, that's what they would do. So this lady by this big tree supposedly had a hole, and that's where she would throw stuff and burn it, you know. And I guess that one night when he was walking by, going home, he noticed her out there wearing like a white bata. That's what they call them, like, you know, like a bata was a long, like, what do you call it?
Robe?
Like a robe, kind of. And she was out there just kind of like staring at the fire, and just like the fire was going.
Yeah.
And he called her by their name, like, hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. What are you doing out here so late? Burning trash right now? It's 2 a.m. You know, like, what are you doing? And she wouldn't respond to him. She wouldn't respond at all. And he kept calling her, and she wouldn't respond. He was kind of like,
I got to go to
like,
bed.
why is she not, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why is she being like that with me? What did I do to her, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like, whatever. So he went home, went to sleep, woke up the next morning to go back to work. And he was walking by that house again. He saw her outside drinking a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And he told her, hey, estoy enojada con usted. Like, I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
And she's like, ¿por qué? Because they were good friends.
Yeah.
Like,
You
¿por
were
qué?
treating me like crap last night.
¿Qué te hice a ti?
Yeah.
And he was like, ¿cómo que me hiciste? Anoche, like, at 2 a.m, you were outside burning the trash. Te estaba regañando, why the hell are you doing it so late? Y me tiraste al león, like, you didn't pay attention to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's rude. And she was like, I wasn't out here last night. I was asleep. And then he's like, what? It's like, yeah, I wasn't outside last night.
Dun,
Go
dun,
check.
dun.
I didn't burn nothing. He went and looked, bro. There was nothing burned.
No.
And he was like, what the? So he left. And, you know, kind of like told everybody what had happened, right? A lot of his friends told him that there might have been some money buried there because legends say when you see a fire in the middle of nowhere, it can be buried treasure that was meant for him.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
This was after though, like way.
yeah,
after.
this is way after.
Yeah,
But
right.
he was never like a, how do you say it? Like a very like greedy person.
Yeah.
So ambitious to say, I want it. Nah, he didn't care.
Yeah.
He let it go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And according to nowadays, they did actually find something there. You know, the
Okay.
people that bought, after the lady passed, they bought the property. And they did find, I think they did find something because the tree got dug out
Yeah.
and the house still there, but the tree's gone. And so
Yeah.
they're never fixed. It's all abandoned now. So
Yeah.
I think they did find something there eventually, but it's probably years later when they heard the story.
Oof.
But I don't know, man, you know?
A shovel's all he needed.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Man,
yeah.
real, I'm gonna say something.
Okay.
It's about the prison in Pecos.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I talked to this guy that worked out there. All right. Now it's kind of funny. Right?
Okay.
It's not too scary, right? We're winding down now, right? so he did maintenance work,
Okay.
right? And it was kind of late, and it was already getting kind of dark and stuff, you know. And they said, "Hey, we need you now because it's a pretty big leak." And they're like, "A leak? Like, yeah, we it's leaking too much. We need you to fix it before it gets worse." So all right, so he goes out there and he said, I can't remember if it was like the restroom area or if it was like the kitchen area, but there was faucets lined up. He said like 4 or 5 of them. I can't remember, right? He said, well, from the inside or from where the sinks are on the other side of the wall is where all the piping was, and that's where I was working on my stuff. He said, from that side of the wall, I could make the water come out of the faucets by checking them, right? Just turning stuff, I could make it come out. He said that he could hear the prisoners on the other side of the wall, and he was in there and he was making sure everything was working, trying to fix the leak, and he would turn the water on one of the faucets, and then turn it off, and hey, right? The prisoners were getting all scared, like it's turning on by itself, right? So he's like, he heard them, and he's like, I'm gonna mess with them. So he started like turning them on and off differently, and they were getting all scared and ayúdanos. That's some good stuff.
Oh, that's good stuff. they all got ghost stories to tell now.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
the water turned on by
That's funny stuff.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
I think we're almost out of time, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
We're getting close to the end here. But just a reminder, right? So go on the Facebook page. It's Peach Street Podcast Official. You
Right.
need to get in there so we can get your name, put you into the drawing. We already got the card. We're just-
They believe us.
yeah.
It's right there, dude.
We're ready to give it out, right? So we need you to sign up, get on that Facebook page.
That's right.
Put you in the drawing, and again on Wednesday, right? We'll
Yeah.
go live and we'll give the card out.
Yes, sir.
Just giving you more opportunity.
Yeah, guys, please go sign up. You guys from YouTube, if you haven't signed up, go sign up, guys, because it's right here, ready to be given away. And I would hate for you to miss out.
Yeah.
Definitely, man.
Well, fair for everybody.
Yeah, that's right. So I guess with that,
Yeah, that's good.
that'll be good, guys. Thanks for joining us one more time here at the
sir.
Peach Street Podcast.
Yep.
Fright Nights.
Yeah.
If you, like I said, come on, guys. Like, we give you the chance, man. You got to share some of y'all stories. We'd like to hear some of
Yeah.
y'all stories on that Peach Street Podcast Official, man. And,
Let's go. Get in there.
Yeah, don't be shy, man. We're not going to say your name unless you want us to say it.
Yeah.
Just share your stories. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard some from your grandparents, tios, tias. You know how that
Something.
goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I know we had somebody was a Newman. I can't remember her name. Angela, maybe.
Right.
You said your daughter had a story.
Oh, yeah.
Get her on here. Let's go.
Yeah, share that story.
Yeah.
We'd like to hear it.
Yep.
And but thank you for everybody that has shared stories.
Yep. Definitely.
We appreciate you guys. Thanks for the likes,
Yep.
the subscribes, and everything. See you next time, guys.
See you
Appreciate
on Monday.
it.
All right.
Peace to Podcast. Mr. Loa here.
And your boy Pistol Pete.
God bless,
Yeah, buddy.
guys.
God bless.
Peace.
Later.